Welcome to the channel, Megs of the Round. I'm Stryno. I'm going to be doing a review of Lord of the Rings Gollum development presentation deal here. I hadn't really looked at the game until today, and I noticed it was done by Daedalus Entertainment, which they done the Shogun game, a little ninja point and click game. It wasn't visually much to look at. It's still a great game, but when you do Lord of the Rings, it's got to be visual. And I heard that uh, the Peter Jackson WB is not going to be affecting this game a whole lot. So, they're going to kind of take their own take on it, and I'll be interested to see what happens there. Like I said, they've got to have a good showing if they're going to do Lord of the Rings, because it could be the death of their company if they do a bad Lord of the Rings game, but it could give them a lot of money if they do it right. So let's see what happens. Deadly Entertainment. Species. Okay, right there. That's a neat little Easter egg. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the cartoon The Hobbit, but to me that looks like a Gollum. Looks like Gollum from The Hobbit. Some cave markings, probably Gollums. That first scene back there looked like I don't know if he's this is where we saw him in The Hobbit or where he's at here. It looks like Shelob's lair here. All the baby spiders and Gollum sneaking through Shelob's lair. Okay, so the face here, that does not look like Peter Jackson's um, Gollum. He kind of slinks around like Peter Jackson's Gollum, but his face, it's like they gave him a more expressive face. Probably not more expressive, but more animated so that they could probably tell the story they wanted to tell with this game. Looks like maybe this is a cursor, so this looks like maybe it might be game footage. Yeah, see those, that right there, that kind of has Peter Jackson's look to it, but it's definitely not his face. Okay, if this is the same cave we was at, that was not the Hobbit location. This looks like Lord of the Rings, Mount Doom. Is that Bardur with Sauron's eye floating on top? It Yeah, it definitely looks that way. It's not the one that we're used to seeing from Peter Jackson. So yeah, they've kind of taken some of Peter Jackson's stuff, but then they've kind of went out on their own. That's a good move. It needs to keep developing. Yeah, here again, it's not quite Peter Jackson, but it's definitely in that genre, that realm of fantasy. Okay, we got some fast-paced parkour action. That's a little different than what they done in Shogun. I love Mirror's Edge. Have they incorporated some fast-paced gameplay here? It's not just going to be point and click. That's kind of something to get excited about. No, no, it's going to be sneaky game. Okay, they don't have like an atmospheric haze, and everything kind of comes off flat and animated. But in games, I know sometimes that's artistic choice so that you can see what you need to see, especially if it's a puzzle type game. They're not trying to hide too much from you. You can see what's available, what your options are. So yeah, I mean, he's in like some sort of dungeon cave. I expect to see more particles floating around and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's just a strictly next gen game. This game could have came out anywhere between 2015 till now. So graphically, it's not cutting edge, but the elements are there, so that's good. Okay, so it looks like dialect options. You have quiet orcs will hear it. Okay, so you got this Gollum side and a Smeagol side on your selections that you can do. It, I thought maybe it was comment like your dialogue options, but this almost looks like things that he's doing, like options for things that you want him to do. Greener Smeagol, and yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like the Star Wars Knights games where you had that inner conflict of the light and dark side, and you could choose your own path, maybe. Okay, so it's a mini game. So they're flying. Oh man. So I guess you got options coming at you, and you got to make the decision and try to persuade him, but you don't have full control over what he does. Like if you don't hit the button enough times, then it selects one. Maybe that's interesting. I hadn't seen that done in the game yet, so that's pretty unique. Another outcome than expected. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, but it kind of does depend on what you're doing. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so we got, like I said, it looks like Peter Jackson, but it's not exactly Peter Jackson. That's kind of neat. Like I said, for next gen console, some of this lighting kind of falls off flat. I know this game's supposed to have ray tracing. It doesn't seem like the ray tracing is really giving it that much visual appeal. Most of the environmental haze almost looks like a matte painting back here. There's a little bit in the mid ground. Eh, I don't know. It still seems like it's a little flat, a little gameish, like it's cut to a game. Which, like I said, could be a good thing. I hate when they look too cinematic and then you don't feel like you can actually play the game because you're set to a subscribed path in order for them to make it look that good. So that maybe they'll allow some open world movement in this game. You know, you can go here or you can go here. You can go up into here. That's neat. Okay. Okay, so Nintendo Switch and PC, and it's going to be late 2021. So this year, Lord of the Rings Gollum's going to come out. It looks like it's got some interesting concepts, some features that you won't be able to find in any other game. So that's pretty exciting. Let me know in the comments below: is Gollum going to be a pass for you, or is this something you're going to really get into and really enjoy playing? Thanks for watching.